Senator de Lima is saying that the Duterte administration is throwing her and Roxas under the bus in order to steer the attention away from alleged corrupt practices over at the Bilibid. Marlene Alcaide with more details.
Just like the Ombudsman, President Duterte believes that former Interior Secretary Mar Roxas and detained Senator Leila de Lima have some explaining to do regarding the implementing rules and regulations of the Good Conduct Time Allowance or GCTA law. Speaking to reporters after an event in Malacanang on Tuesday night, Duterte said that two former cabinet secretaries should have crafted an IRR that left no room for interpretation.
Bakit ginano ninyo? Hindi man amin yan. Now we get the flack. For what? Sabi sana na, you should place that in a clear and whatever accurate manner so that there will be no room for mistake. Because if you place it and there are two interpretations of the law, that is not proof beyond reasonable doubt.
Ombudsman Samuel Martires has earlier sent letters to Roxas and de Lima asking them to explain why the IRR failed to explicitly exclude convicts of heinous crimes from GCTA grants. He specifically wants to know why the IRR did not contain the same disqualification provisions as listed in Article 29 of the revised Penal Code. Furthermore, the Ombudsman is looking for an explanation on the wording of a provision in the IRR stating that recidivists, habitual delinquents, escapees, and persons charged with heinous crimes are excluded from the coverage of the GCTA law. He said the provision did not directly mention convicts who committed heinous crimes. De Lima and Roxas jointly issued the IRR in 2014. De Lima, who was serving as Justice Secretary at that time, said confirmed receiving the letter. She finds it highly irregular and she's asking the Ombudsman if she will be treated as a resource person, respondent, or a probable respondent. The former Justice Secretary also surmises that she and Roxas are being set up into taking the fall for the scandal involving SAC Bucor Chief Nicanor Faeldon and the aborted release of former Mayor Antonio Sanchez. The Office of the Ombudsman has already suspended some ranking officials of the Bureau of Corrections for their alleged roles in the infamous GCTA for sale scheme. The Ombudsman earlier called out the Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission for thinking about launching its own investigation into the issue. The Ombudsman is claiming jurisdiction over the matter. But PACC Commissioner Greco Belhica told reporters that the President himself supports their probe. Martires noted some conflicting findings in the parallel investigations by the Ombudsman and PACC. Martires, though, did not specify what these contrasting information are. However, the President is defending the PACC.
No, yung prisoner, sabi ko, it is my duty that if he has complied with the requirements of the law, including the computation doon sa release niya, I will order. Ang imbestigahan yung mga empleyado, hindi yung mga priso. But they might be potential witnesses. Hindi kasali yung priso. Yung priso, pag tama, and the computation plus the, whatever the circumstances would fit to a T.
The PACC has no plans of including former Bucor Chief and now Senator Bato de la Rosa in their probe. But de la Rosa says he is willing to be shot if somebody can prove that he engaged in corrupt activities during his stint as Bucor Chief in 2018.
Kahit na barilin niyo ako kapag napatunayan niyo na ako ay naging corrupt sa pagiging chief ko ng Bucor. Kung ako'y nangungurakot doon, nangungurap, you can do anything you want. Kung talagang totoo yung akusasyon ninyo, pag na-prove ninyo, sampal, mababaw lang yun eh. Barilin niyo ako kung talaga ako may ginawang kalukuhan doon, korupsyon.
For News 5, Marlene Alcaide, we are One News.
Senators want to summon doctors of the new Bilibid Prison Hospital after a high-profile inmate told Senator Bongo that hospital passes are also being sold to those who can afford them. The privilege supposedly comes with a price tag of as much as 2 million pesos. Ria Fernandez with the report.
Senator Bongo says the GCTA is not the only thing for sale at the new Bilibid prison. During the Senate Blue Ribbons inquiry into irregularities at the Bucor, Go told his colleagues that Bucor officials have been raking in money from the alleged sale of hospital passes. Go said he found out about the supposed hospital pass for sale scheme from from a high-profile inmate. According to Go's source, some inmates would fake illnesses to be admitted to the facility's hospital, which allegedly has become a venue for illegal drug transactions.
Take place in Medical Ward 3, Medical Annex and Building 14 po. At it involves several personalities, about 8 of them. Ang illegal drug trade continues in the NBP, with the NBP Hospital as the new venue for illegal drug transactions.
Senator Ping Lacson's office also received information that these hospital passes cost anywhere between 200,000 pesos and as much as 2 million pesos. On top of that, the inmate also pays board and lodging fees amounting to 30,000 pesos daily.
Hindi naman mangyayari yung kung wala magsa-certify na doktor.
Senator Bato de la Rosa, who previously served as Bucor chief, admitted he had already suspected that inmates abusing hospital passes. One of the scheme's alleged patron is car theft syndicate leader Raymond Dominguez.
Pagdating ko doon, pinabalik ko sa Building 14. Wala akong pakialam kung ano sakit mo. Bumalik ka doon sa Building 14. Ikaw, doktor, kung may sakit talaga yan, puntahan mo doon.
Lacson and Go urged Senate Blue Ribbon Committee Chairman Richard Gordon to summon doctors of the New Bilibid Prison Hospital when it resumes its probe into the GCTA for sale scheme tomorrow. For News 5, Ria Fernandez, We Are One News.